Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a good day. Welcome to Soaring and Fego's very first virtual open house by Ortigas Land. The reason why we are doing this is to share our products as well as share our very flexible payment term as of today. All right. The first thing that I would like everyone to do is open your chat box. I'm gonna give some questions so that we can grasp what your idea of real estate is. All right. Uh,
Right.
First question would be, what is your objective in buying a property? Letter A. Sir Benson, you want to read the answers?
Yeah. Letter A, returns. B, liquidity. Or C. This is for us to guide you better in buying your property. You can chat the chat. You can message the chat box. I'll give you like siguro mga around 30 seconds to answer the chat box. Feel free to type in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ace. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Altea. Thank you, Miss Kelly. They're all for safety. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Tina. Right. Thank you, CJ. So, thank you, sir. Thank you. So I think now we know the answer. The pulse on masa regarding their objectives in buying
All
property.
right. All right,
Yeah.
Sir Benson. I'm still gonna ask two more questions. All right. Second question is, on which Ortigas projects are you interested with, Sir Benson?
Yeah. Again, thank you, Mr. Diana. For this two second questions, you're free to type in the chat box the project that you're interested with Ortigas Land. I mean, the place that you love or the place that you all know your favorite. Capital Common. Thank you, Miss Tina. Capital Common. Thank you, Miss Ice. Circulo Verde. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Capital Commons. Capital Commons. Thank you, CJ Green. Ortigas East. Okay. So, I think marami nagpunta sa Capital Commons. Marami nakapunta sa Capital Commons in Circulo Verde. I think. So, thank you everyone for the answer. We have one last question. Again, this is another one.
Final question is, which one do you prefer? A mixed-use estate development or a standalone project?
A. Thank you, Darlet. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Miss Ice. Thank you, Miss Tina. Thank you, Miss Diane. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Carl. I see. All right. So, okay. I think we're okay with the question, Vic.
All right. Thank you for the ones who answered. For us to tackle those questions, I would like to introduce to you Ortigas Land's very own senior training corporate officer, Mr. Christian Malabanan. Sir Christian, good afternoon.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I just want to check if my audio is clear. So for you guys, if you're hearing me, to our beloved clients, kindly send me a smiling emoji or a thumbs up in the chat box just to make sure you can hear me. All right. So to set your expectations, so we're going to talk about three things in my presentation. So I won't bombard everyone so much with lots of information. So I'll just tackle the things that you need to hear in order for you to make sound decisions in your investing journey or your next investment option. So first of all, what's happening in the industry right now? Because we all know, because of COVID, there's a lot of things that are shifting, um, not just in real estate but other industries. And then the second point is, what are the developments that are happening, particularly in our brand, including the infrastructure. And finally, the third one, the most important, is what's in store for you when it comes to the opportunities and deals that you can maximize that the team Sorry Infego is offering. So yeah, so that's very basic, just three: step one, step two, step three. So I'll start with my presentation. Okay, let's have a quick backstory. As you can see in the video that's being played earlier, we're an organization who's been in the real estate business for 90 years now. So it means that from wars to different types of crisis, and fortunately, we're still here, even during this current challenging time that are happening right now, which is the COVID. So we're still as a developer, we're still robust, we're still expanding, and we're still developing new products. So, so how did we become this developer? I mean, of course, as an investor, especially for pre-selling projects, you want to make sure that the company itself can execute and has the capacity to finish everything that is planned by it, right? That's the priority of a real estate investor, especially for pre-selling. So let's walk you through in a quick memory lane of Ortigas Land. So I won't bore you with too much history. I'm just gonna highlight a few details. So we started as a land banking company, and then by 1940s and 1980s, the company decided to develop horizontal developments and commercial developments. So that's why during 1940s and 80s, you see Green Hills, Tendisitas, and all the villages such as Green Meadows, um, Green Hills Village, Wakwak, so etc. And then from there, the company decided to why not build a horizontal, a vertical development, a condominium. So this was in 2009. So our project in Quezon City, so we've launched Circulo Verde. And after that, we also decided to launch a luxury high-rise property in Green Hills. But this is the part where it gets a little bit interesting. Not just a little interesting. Actually, this is where the growth really happened in our organization. In 2014, Ayala Land and SM Prime partnered with Ortigas Land. So we're in a synergy of with these two giant firms in the real estate. So over the past years from 2014, 2015, 16 onwards, we were growing rapidly. So not just in terms of the balance sheet, like revenue and profit, but also in terms of hard assets and development, such as developing new areas, launching new projects, left and right. So especially last year.
You want to
And
hear the
then,
hype for Punswap, but then they will.
and then from there, by 2019, we've already established ourselves as one of the major players in the industry. So that's why we've rebranded to Ortigas Land from Ortigas and Company. So ayan, napakahabang history. Ginawa ko siguro in 2 minutes. Where you get the transition. How did we develop into this kind of developer? So what's the bearing of the synergy? So as for the residential component of Ortigas Land in terms of design, the considerations, the principles, right, the practices. So these are all integrated with the Ayala Land practices, right? And as for our retail, so since it's a specialty of SM, so the management of people who came from SM are the ones who are managing that are currently employed as Ortigas Land employees now. So you see the balance between these two developers. So what does it mean in a nutshell? Meaning the company has a muscle and capacity to really plan for not just grandiose projects, but really to create quality products and also to follow through, right? Kasi yung iba puro ang dami napaplano pero pag nandiyan na hindi it doesn't represent yung plan mismo. So I'm just stating here that just to make your confidence increase, right? In purchasing our product. This is one of the reasons why. And on top of that, we have a lot of reasons for you to consider. So okay, so I'll just show some of our developments from the previous years. So Valle Verde, Wakwak, Green Hills, Green Meadow Subdivision. Okay, the nostalgic Green Hills. So kung naabutan niyo pa ba to? Yung ganitong style yung ng design, ano? So andito pa yung kalimutan ko may bilyaran dito tsaka bowling before. Tapos may arcade games as far as I can remember, you know? So Green Hills is already iconic. But as an innovative developer, we don't stop there. Of course, we always reinvent ourselves. We redefine and also provide value to our clients and customers. So as of the moment, our developments are located in Metro Manila only. So at the center, particularly Ortigas Center, as you can see here in the map. So we have Capital Commons. It's here in Shaw Boulevard in Pasig area. We have Ortigas East. So for those of you who are not aware of the name Ortigas East, ito yung Tiendesitas, but we officially call it Ortigas East. So this is a 16-hectare development. And then we have Circulo Verde, our only project in Quezon City. So this is a 10-hectare development. So we'll talk about more details in the latter part of the presentation. And of course, again, the iconic Green Hills, which is a 16-hectare development as well. And I'll just add, so it's not added here, we also have a project that was recently launched here in Ortigas Center, so one of our flagship projects, which is the Galleon. Later, I'll also show the details with regards to this project. All right, so here's another photo for you to appreciate. So what's happening right now in Capital Commons. As you can see, Andiyan Mall in Circulo Verde. The retail's already established. The first phase already done. In Ortigas East as well. And of course, Ortigas Center. So since we are located in a mixed-use development, we are surrounded by vital centers, of course, such as offices, malls, church, um, retail, commercial, you name it. Since we're one of the major CBDs. So I'll just add na lang in my presentation what makes Ortigas different from the other CBDs. So here's my take for it. In terms of price per square and land value, BGC and Makati, if memory serves correctly, based on the last data that I've read, it's around 700 to 750,000 pesos per square. However, in Ortigas, we're roughly only around 350 to 400,000 per square in terms of land value. Okay, so what do you mean by that, sir? So given that the price haven't really matured as compared to other central business district, and we have certain indicators that there will be infrastructures that will be integrated in Ortigas Center. So remember, I've stated the different estates of Ortigas, right? So we have Green Hills. So Green Hills, there will be an MRT4 station nearby, as you can see here. And then all the way through Tendesitas, there's also an MRT4 station. So that would highly influence the value of the property or the estate. So that's one, MRT4. Next, we also have the Metro Manila Subway. So the Metro Manila Subway, we pass through Ortigas Center up to Capitol Commons, so Ortigas South. So as you can see here. And also you have the BGC Ortigas Bridge link, which makes the Ortigas Center more accessible. So we all know naman, accessibility adds so much value to a certain area because more people equals more business activity, more economic activity, meaning more expansion in the area. Businesses are thriving, more demands in terms of rents. Same goes for the residential. A lot of people would want to stay in a place that's really at a very what's the right term? People would like to stay in a place na maraming andyan na lahat eh. Andyan na lahat ng negosyo, andyan na lahat ng kainan, commercial. So of course, it's natural for people to stay and to build demand do sa mga areas na yon. Now, going back to the prices. So you mentioned, sir, that the price right now is around 350 to 400, right? So given that all of these infrastructures will be in place in the next 5 to 7 years from now, since we haven't matured the price, we have much more room to grow as compared to other CBDs. So ito yung parang pinaka differentiator natin. And to begin with, Ortigas Center is already Ortigas, right? Kumbaga, you have a constant supply of demand. People are working there. People will be staying there. Alam mo na kasi mayroon ng mga tao nag-rent, etc. Tapos magkakaroon pa ng infra. So this will surely add value to it. And also to our estates where our project is located. So this is Green Hills of the future. So right now, hindi pa ganito yung nakikita natin. So Green Hills is a 16-hectare development. So we're planning to place 60 billion pesos for the whole project to redevelop. So this will be the Green Hills of the future. And then for Circulo Verde, of course, we're at phase 1. And then in the years to come, of course, we're planning to develop it further. So it's a 10-hectare development. Ortigas East, so this is the master plan for it, an eco estate. So this is a 16-hectare development. The company will be placing 50 billion pesos to redevelop everything. So from phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. So as compared to other developments, if you notice, when an investor is purchasing a phase 1 tower in a certain area, most of the time, it's just like grass, diba? Puro lupa lang siya. However, in our case, in our situation, you have the opportunity to purchase during the first phase, meaning the first tower in the area, which is already, the estate is already functional, meaning may demand na rin ng mga taong nag-o-office, meron na rin possible na magre-rent. Tapos, you get to redevelop everything. So, meaning from the start of the redevelopment up to the last part, it will add value to the first phase towers. So, imagine, you have that opportunity. As compared to other developments, talaga pag sinabing first phase na tower, as in siya lang, tas puro lupa lang yung ano niya, or hindi pa fully integrated yung estate as compared to Green Hills and Ortigas East. And of course, Capital Commons, just like I've showed everyone before, this our lifestyle development. Capital Commons hasn't matured yet, even if we already have the expansion mall. We've launched already 4 projects, but there's still room to grow in Capital Commons, such as, aside from the subway, of course, the future retail. There will be still a future retail that will be coming in, and also future towers. So I'll show later. So this is Capital Commons. It's a 10-hectare lifestyle development. So where is it located? In Shaw Boulevard, near it's just when you coming from EDSA. So just to get our orientation straight, so dire-diretso lang siya and then you go past through Julio Vargas, and then straight to it palabas ng Shaw Boulevard, Capital Commons. Okay, so another advantage of Capital Commons is the BGC Ortigas Link Bridge. Okay, now even if, for instance, that Capital Commons doesn't have access, in the bridge, assuming kunwari lang, Capital Commons itself is very accessible in EDSA and C5. So parehong malapit sa kanya. And plus, you combine it with the bridge, so it will make it more convenient, right? So if you notice the price in terms of luxury projects of other developers at the South area, especially for BGC compared to Capital Commons, you can see the real value of our properties, right? It's price different. However, we have a lot of this infrastructure that's all integrated with our developments, and you have yung bridge which makes the Capital Commons more accessible, diba? So these are the stations from the Metro Manila subway. So for Capital Commons, the subway station is located right in front of Unimart. So that's Ortigas South, as you can see here in the photo. So based on their timeline, the government's timeline, it will be completed in 2027. So central located. So this is the site development plan of Capital Commons. Just to get our orientations correct. Now, this is the entrance for the Capital Commons here. We have the north wing for the mall, the south wing, then the expansion mall. This is Royalton, Imperium, Empress. Okay, and then the entrance of the subway is just here. There's an entrance here in the South Wing Mall, and then an entrance here in the Unimart. So underground siya. Now in Capital Commons, just to show a little bit of a display of one of our latest projects that was launched in the area is Empress. So Empress is a 56-story residential building. The main theme of this project is really integrating your lifestyle with the hustle and bustle, the business of being a professional, together with the holistic wellness feel. So what do you mean by that? So I'll show a few. So one of the key features of Empress is it has a smart home feature. So meaning you can control your appliances through your cell phone or via press of a button. And purchasing this property, you will get a free access or free offer from Globe, 100 Mbps, 24 months for free. So as long as you purchase this property, you'll get your free internet. So why? Because we want to make our products future proof, because 5 to 6 years from now, we will depend on a more faster internet, right? And how we live totally shifts, diba? It's like right now, diba? During the digital times. Just to give you an idea with the deliverables of Empress, so air condition is already included, multi-point water heater. We have premium brands for your kitchen and bathroom fixtures. Flooring is laminated wood. Porcelain tiles is the finish from the dining, kitchen, and balcony. You have your overhead cabinets with soft closing mechanism. You have your wardrobe closet, and everything is 100% backup power. So meaning, even if there's a power shortage, it won't be a problem. Currently, this is the price of Empress, the value appreciation over the years. So we launched the project in 2019. Right now, it's 2021. The price per square right now is 295,000 per square. Okay, this is on the assumption that prior the concrete plans of the subway. Like, before kasi, hindi pa malinaw kung saan talaga ilalagay. Ngayon, mas vivid na kasi yung plans and also in development. So, we're expecting that the infra and also the bridge would highly influence the value of these properties. So, aside from Empress, we have Royalton, Imperium. So, these two, Royalton's already sold out. Imperium, this is one of our luxury projects. It only has 4 units to a floor. As you can see here, unit size ranges from 101 square meters to 300. So 2BR, 3BR are the unit types, including the penthouse. We also have Maven, so it's a 62-story tower. Unit types ranges from studio up to 3-bedroom. So it's very diverse when it comes to product offering. And it has a 5-level amenity. So this project is particular for the young professionals. Who are active and who wants to experience life to the full, of course. And then lastly, Empress, just like I've showed everyone earlier. Okay, so let's check with the current price increase of the projects. So over the years, we've launched Royalton in 2012, and the increase from that point to now is 101%. Okay, so that's 9 years, right? And then for Imperium, we're at the 6th tranche. So we have a 74.67% in price increase. And then for Maven, we're at the 63% from the price launch. And then for Empress, we have 11%. Okay. For Green Hills, just like I've mentioned before, this is a project that is being redeveloped. Apologies if my slide medyo naglo-load siya. But just like I've mentioned before, Green Hills is a development, a 16-hectare development. Ayan, okay, sorry. Let me just pull up again my slide. Nag-close yung PowerPoint ko. Right. So, to continue my discussion, Green Hills is a 16-hectare development. We're still trying to redevelop it, even if it's the iconic place already. Diba? We all know it's a multi-billion peso backyard because a lot of villages there are very expensive, and up until now, we're trying to innovate and also provide new products. So let me just pull up again my presentation and close siya. So do you have any questions so far, clarifications? Am I going too fast? Or okay lang naman yung pace?
Okay lang naman, sir. I
Okay
think
naman.
while Sir Christian is pulling up his presentation, I just need to add up that, Green Hills is the counterpart of Ayala Center Villages, the area of Forbes and Ordoneta and Bel Air. That is Green Hills actually. There are only two prime areas in Metro Manila that nandun yung mga exclusive villages and subdivision and also business district. The good thing about the area of Green Hills is right at this moment, hindi pa siya ripe in development and in property value. So it has a long way to go in terms of property value and development. Yes, Sir Christian, diba?
Yeah, apologies. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let me just pull up my slide again. Yep.
All right, sir. Yeah. For those for our valued client, you may chat in the chat box while waiting, no, which place in Green Hills is your favorite, no? Kasi I know everyone here nakapunta na po sa Green Hills, I think. So, is it the Changge, or is it the Vira Mall, or is it the, what do you call this place, yung old Chinese dim sum place doon sa Green Hills?
I think it's we have Gloria Maris, we have Liching and Luk Yuen,
Yeah,
the known
Liching.
Chinese restaurants.
To have some trivia, did you know that from Hong Kong and from Taiwan, I think, or from visitors of tourists in tourist buses, they have a leaflet of Green Hills. So every time they will, the Green Hills is their last shopping destination. Si Miss Tina said promenade. Yeah, that's promenade po. Thank you. Green Hills is the last shopping destination of the tourists before they went back home to their respective countries. So that is part of because it's more on a shopping area for foreigner would like to buy something like a native delicacies in the Philippines. They will prefer to go to Green Hills, and it's very the area of Green Hills, you can see, is surrounded by subdivision as well. Promenade is also is ayan, Sir Christian is sharing na his screen.
Yeah.
All right.
Apologies for the delay. The PowerPoint closed automatically for some reason. But just like Sir Benson mentioned, that the place is already in terms of value, para the place in terms of its residential value or the real estate value, that is already high to begin with, right? And as a developer, we're still trying to, of course, enrich the experience and develop further products to really provide the best service and also experience to our customers, people, or to our shoppers, etc. So that's why we're trying to redevelop Green Hills. So given that, Green Hills is currently at the first few phase of its redevelopment, and so far we've launched 2 projects over the years. So we've launched Viridian. This is an ready for occupancy project, so it's almost sold out. As you can see, Green Hills is quite in demand. Both projects are almost sold out actually. The point here is even if the demand is strong in the area, we don't stop there. We try to improve, of course, the estate. So again, if there's an upcoming product development, of course, the value will show for itself because the area is already established. So here are the price over the years. So I'll just show Viridian. If you purchased in 2010, right now it's around 126% price increase. For Connor, we launched it in 2017. Upon launching, it only took about almost almost a day. I mean, less than a day. We're able to close almost 50% of the total inventory. So that's how fast inventory moves in Green Hills. And not just in Green Hills, but in other projects as well, as you can see later. So for Connor, we have 64% increase. And then for Ortigas Center. So first we've talked about Green Hills, right? And for now, we should show you one of our flagship developments. So these is the most I should say a premium development of our organization, which is the Galleon. So the Galleon is a mixed-use development. It has two towers, one office and one residential tower, and it has a commercial component at the center. So where is it located? It's located at ADB Avenue. So meaning the prime office location in Ortigas Center. So just to give you an overview, this will be the office space. We will be turning over the tower in 2026 or the completion. Unit sizes from 75 square to 767 square meters. And all in all, we have 38 stories. Just to give you a background about this, if you're planning to, if you're interested in an office property, in Ortiga Center, we are the only ones that are selling pre-selling office spaces. All of the developers or who created new office spaces are just for lease. And then the rest are secondary market. So that means that it's either you commit to the bank a huge amount of loan for you to get a new office space, or you pay it in cash, right? Or you could just lease it out with the current new office. However, what we offer here in offices at the Galleon, you have the opportunity to leverage your cash, your money, right? So a payment term that would be stretched for until it completes its turnover, right? And then you will pay the bank in the next years to come. So by that time, the property could end up at least in terms of value, it may increase around. So you don't. So this is just an estimate, right? So we all know that all property increase, right, over the years. So let's peg it in a more, let's say at least around 20 to 30%. It's the most conservative. After the construction, you're still paying your monthly amortization, and then you're paying your bank loan that would take you what 15 to 10 to 15 years. So it's very stretched, and you have acquired an asset that is worth like a huge amount of money. So the point here is, in pre-selling, you have the ability to leverage even if your buying power in terms of cash, right? Yung isang bagsak is hindi mo kagad kaya ibigay because it's a stretch payment term. So for office space, this is one of the good considerations. Kunyari pag yung opisina matanda na, tapos you want something na hindi biglaan yung labas sa company, this is one option that you can do via pre-selling office space. And then, of course, the residence at the Galleon. So this is the most premium residential development in Ortigas Center. Just like Empress, it has a smart home feature. You have a high-end amenity, so the luxury experience doesn't just come from the unit itself, but also outside, the outdoor experience, the retail that is located in Galleon as well. So these are the current price for Galleon office. And we're at 21% price increase in the sixth tranche, and then the fourth for the Galleon residences, right now we're at a 9% increase. So it's 351,000 per square for the Galleon residences. Now, moving forward to Ortigas East. So, Ortigas East, ito yung Ortigas East of the future. This is Tiendesitas. It's popularly known as Tiendesitas. So, 16-hectare development. So, this will be phase 1 development. This will here on the right side. Phase 2 is here on the left. And then the last phase would be at the center. So, we will be having malls, office, residential, and of course, commercial areas. So, Ortigas East, this is the only development in the C5 corridor that is located on the other side of Ortigas. Kasi the rest is the passing side na siya. Okay, and one advantage is the MRT4 because there will be a station nearby in Tendesitas. So, if you think of that, let's say you purchase Maple as your first project in Ortigas East, and then the redevelopment starts, right? So that adds value to that. You have the MRT4, tapos phase 2 development pa, it adds value again, phase 3 development. So people who invested early on a first phase estate master plan really can capitalize in terms of the growth, right? For these property values. So here's another view of the MRT4. So Tendisitas. So it's from um, west to east up to Taytay. So here's another perspective. So this is the current one. This is the current Ortigas East, but this will be the vision of the future. Right? So just to give you an animated uh, appreciation, this will be Ortigas East in the future. From the malls, from the garden deck, from the park, and then of course the residential block. So it's all integrated. So what are the projects in Ortigas East? So we have a residential project called Maple. It's a 42-story tower. So it has 692 units. We offer from studio 1BR, 2BR, right? And upon purchasing this unit, you can also acquire the free broadband service for 24 months. So 100 Mbps. Again, being mindful of the future that the customer will need this. We've already taken that into account. So this is the sample floor layout. So from Studio 1BR and 2BR. And these are the inclusions. So for the inclusions, of course, the toilet and bath and fixtures is Hansgrohe in color. You also have your modular cabinets, overhead and base cabinets for the kitchen. You have your stone countertop. You have your single point water heater. For the flooring, the finish is laminate wood. Porcelain tiles for the living and dining up to the kitchen. And then you have your provisions for washer and dryer. You have your ductless exhaust. And just to add, you also have the intercom where you could see your guest downstairs. Diba? Just like Empress and Galleon. Diba? When someone tries to contact you, instead of just using regular intercom through voice, you can see them. There's a camera where you could see your guest down the lobby. So the added safety feature. Okay, so current price of Maple right now is 255,000. We're at a 15% price increase. Okay. So wait. Yeah. So do you have any questions so far? Wala naman? Okay lang, all good? Okay. So aside from that, um, aside from Maple, we also have Glaston, an office tower. We're only as well the only office for sale in the C5 corridor. So most of the project as well in the C5 corridor is all for lease. So right now, Glaston Tower, our office is at 42% increase, and Maple is at 12% increase. And then of course we have Circulo Verde. So it's a 10-hectare development right now. The interim developments there, meaning the temporary developments such as the soccer field, basketball court, RC racetrack, bike. So we're promoting that active lifestyle. So even if you're at the middle of the hustle and bustle, you have that privilege and luxury to relax and to quiet down based on yung busyness of the city. So all of the projects here is already ready for occupancy, meaning pwede na tiran. Avila, Lleida, Seville, Ibiza, and Mallorca. So in terms of price increase, I'll just show over the years now. For Mallorca and Ibiza, the price increase right now is 81%. For Seville, it's at 73% increase of the property. You can see here in the slide. For Lleida, it's 87%. For Avila, it's 77.95%. And then for Garden Homes, our horizontal development, which is already sold out. It's 52% price increase. So here's the three key takeaways that I want everyone to really think about. And when it comes to deciding what property and what sound decision you might consider, right, in engaging in buying in property. So the first one is, if the developer can execute the projects, and if you know that they have the capacity, so that's the one consideration. Next is, are there any indicators that would affect the value of the property? Because we're at a very uncertain time right now. So we all know it's better to ride the wave of the recovery of the market, because we won't be getting the exact same offering in deals that Ortigas Land is offering right now. So given all of this information, I hope we provided value to you to add more confidence in your decision making in buying your investment in Ortigas Land. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone for your time.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Christian, for that wonderful presentation. No? Even I got excited when you were discussing about the estates of Ortigas Land. I hope everyone is sharing the same excitement as me. So before all of that, I just want to ask one more question, Sir Benson. Which one, what is your preferred payment term? Since excited naman tayo lahat, do you want first is with discount or a stretch payment term with no interest? Please use the chat box to answer the question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Nas, for with discount. Okay, a lot of people, Filipino nga po tayo, no? We love discount. Yeah, thank you, Miss Antoinette. Yeah, we love discount. Everywhere we go, we love discount. No? Okay, thank you for the answer, Miss Diane. Thank you, Miss Kelly, with discount. Okay. So we are really a Filipino. No? Everywhere you go, we love discount. No, the first thing that come out in our mouth every time we buy something, may discount ba to? Right. So again,
I guess okay na, sir. No? Marami nang sumagot na answers. All right. For us to tackle that question or those payment terms, I would like to introduce Soaring and Fuego's top manager, Miss Nova Enrique, to discuss the special payment terms. Good afternoon, Miss Nova. Miss Nova.
Hi, sorry, nagsasalita ako. Wala pala ako. Nakamute pala ako. My apologies. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. So medyo na-pressure ako doon kay Sir Vic, no, sa sinabi niya. But then again, nakita ko yung mga sagot kanina na for some, they are majority. They really wanted to avail for properties that has discounts. And of course, for some, gusto naman nila yung D, yung stretch payment term. So good news, no, kasi we have a lot of things to offer naman in terms of the payment scheme, in terms of discounts, and in terms of the other promo payment terms. Now, I just wanted to share this, how property yields profit. So it's actually a mix of both, so rental income and future resale. So thank you so much, Sir Christian, kasi si Sir Christian ang nakasagot nito kanina, why it would be better for you to avail and to get properties in Ortigas Land, given that we are actually located in a mixed-use development wherein everything is within your reach. And of course, we do have the Mega Manila Subway, the infrastructure, the Mega Manila Subway, the Santa Monica Bridge, we have the MRT4. These are all factors, no, that could actually give you a good capital appreciation, and you could actually take advantage in terms of rental income and future resale or flipping in the long run, because this is not more of a short-term investment, but more of a long-term investment. Okay. And with this, in investing, what is comfortable is rarely profitable. I think everyone would somehow agree to this, no? Kasi kahit nga kapag nagne-negosyo tayo, no? If we wanted to put up a business, gusto natin malaking income. But how will we do that, no? So, normally kasi yung mga investment opportunity that has low risk, no, it typically means the return would be not that much great. So now, for those who are actually renting and for those who are actually eyeing for an investment in properties, now would be the best time to get a property. So try to imagine if you've been renting for like 3 years to 6 years and you've been renting for how much rental fee would that be? That's like ranging from 15,000 to 20,000 monthly. So given 3 years to 6 years times, 6 years time, you've been able to shell out $500,000 to 1 million already. And you don't even own that property. But how about if we get to share some good news with you? You could avail a ready for occupancy wherein you just need to avail for the 5% down payment. And then you could actually stay in that property. Magiging sayo pa yon. Okay? So, we offer a no spot down payment, a 50% off reservation fee. We do have a payment term stretched from 2 years to 6 years without interest. So we're also giving discounts. Yun nga yung may mga sumagot kanina, no, who are actually eyeing for discounts. And you could actually avail for the buy now, pay later scheme. Ito yung magbabayad ka ngayon, kunyari ng reservation, and then now is October 2. So by December 2 ka pa magbabayad ng first monthly amortization. Isn't it great? So 1 month parang wala kang i-shell out na pera. So we also have additional parking. You could actually avail for an additional parking with a stretch payment term. Kasi for some, no, pag kumuha ka ng property, normally walang parking yon. Now, let's say, for instance, kumuha ka ng 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom and you already have a parking and nakataon marami kang sasakyan, you wanted to avail for additional one. So, you could actually avail one and then you could take advantage of the stretch payment term, which is also payable from 2 to 6 years time. So, depending on the project that you wanted to avail of. So, the units as well are all in. We have the fittings and fixtures already included, and this is actually American standard. For some, it's hand color. For our luxury projects, we are offering grahe and color fittings and fixtures. We have units with parking. We do have units with split type air condition. We have a free Globe subscription for 2 years. We actually have projects as well that offers a smart home application features. So we're giving a holistic wellness feel for you. So that's it. Another thing is this one. Okay. For the pre-selling payment terms, so for the offices, we have offices at the Galleon and Glaston. So offices at the Galleon is actually located in Ortigas CBD. Glaston is actually located in Ortigas East. So ito yung na-share kanina ni Sir Christian. And for the residences, we have residences at the Galleon. We do have Maple. This is the first residential tower in Ortigas East. We also have Maven and Empress. We also have Connor. Maven and Empress is located in Capital Commons. Kasi may nakita ako kaninang sumagot na ang preferred estate nila would actually be in Capital Commons. For some who wanted to be in Ortigas East, we do have Maple. And for in Green Hills naman, we do have Connor. But itong sinishare ko sa inyo, these are pre-selling projects, residential and office projects. So the promo discounts and the payment terms is somehow quite different from the ready for occupancy payment schemes that we could give you. So for the promo discount, if you get to avail or if you wanted to get a chunk of big discount, no? So giving a 90% spot down payment, you'll get to avail a 12% discount. For a 50%, it's 5% discount. For 40%, that's 4. For 30%, that's 3. 20%, that's 2. And for 10% spot, that's 1%. And ang remaining natin dyan na mga percentage would be a stretch payment term, except of course for the 90%. Because if you get to avail for 90%, the 10% will be paid upon the turnover of the property. Yeah. So for the special discounts per prime unit, so ano to? Kung meron kayo yung mga property sales consultants ninyo, nakausap kayo about our 3-bedroom, bi-level, garden units, 2-bedroom, na bi-level units sa Maple, we are offering a 1.5 to 5% on top of the discounts that we have for the 90, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, no? And the other one is the multiple discounts, which will give you 0.75 to 1.5% discount. So again, this is on top of the promo discount. So imagine ang daming discounts. Now, for a stretched payment term, ito yung mga sumagot ng D kanina. So, this doesn't require any down payment. Walang spot down payment. There's no interest for this, and this is payable for like 2 years to 6 years time, depending on the project that you wanted to avail. So it also has a buy now, pay later payment scheme. So the payment term that we're offering is a 15% stretch. So that's 28,000 per month. For a 20%, that is 37,000 per month. But I would also like to share to you that we could actually reconstruct payment schemes. So let's say, for example, may nakausap nyo property consultants nyo, okay, hindi ko kasi gusto yung 28,000, hindi ko kasi gusto yung 37,000. Ito yung gusto kong payment term. You could actually share it with us. You could actually share it to your payment terms, and we could do reconstruction of payment term. And we will actually do our best to have it approved. All you need to do is to discuss it with us so we could assist you and we could guide you with this. Now, with the down payment naman, ito yung mga DP natin na may 10%, 20% onwards. The monthly amortization is 16,000 to 20,000 per month. So imagine staying in residences at the Galleon, and this is like 2026 to 2028 turnover, offices at the Galleon. Ang babayaran nyo lang po is 16,000 to 20,000 per month. So, isn't it good news? Mababa lang yung lalabas natin na commitment for that. Next is for the ready for occupancy. Sorry, parang hindi yata nakikita. Ayan, sorry. Okay, so for the ready for occupancy, we do have payment terms, which is a rent-to-own payment scheme. Ito yung shinare ko kanina. If you've been renting for like how many years already, and then you've been shelling out 15,000 to 25,000 per month, kumuha na lang po kayo talaga ng ready for occupancy na property in Circulo Verde. All you need to pay is for the 5% spot down payment, and pwede na po kayong tumira doon. Or, if hindi nyo pa naman siya titirhan, in 18 months nyo pa siya gustong tirahan, or in 24 months mo pa siya gustong tirahan, then we could do a reconstruction of payment scheme para matulungan namin kayo. So, ang isi-shell out nyo lang dito is like a 21,000 per month. And then, if you wanted to avail for a bi-level unit in Circulo Verde, 1-bedroom bi-level unit, imagine you're just going to shell out the 37,778 monthly. Ito po yung picture somehow ng mga bi-level units that we have. Yan yung visualization ng bi-level na meron kami. Now, if you wanted to stay in Viridian, in Green Hills, or in Imperium, in Capital Commons, we have a 10% payable for 6 months, 15% in 18 months, and 75% lump sum. So what are the properties that we have in Viridian for the ready for occupancy? So these are actually, these are actually 2-bedroom units in Viridian. And in Imperium, we do have 1 2-bedroom, 1 unit left for this, and then 1 3-bedroom in Imperium. Medyo may scarcity na po tayo ng mga units kasi ready for occupancy na po ito. So if you're really interested in getting this property, it would be very much okay po kung kukunin nyo na siya as early as now. Ayan. And then the 75% would be lump sum. Okay. So if you're ready to invest, i-guide po kayo ng mga property consultants natin. So, meron tayong reservation form online. Meron din tayong virtual payment online para mas convenient po sa inyo. So I would just like to share that if you guys could somehow imagine living in a community wherein everything is within your reach, of course, backed up with three major reputable developers such as Ortigas, Ayala, and SM, you could somehow take advantage and you can never be wrong in investing with us. Maybe you could somehow start investing your journey with us because it will actually promise you safety kasi may nag-mention kanina ng safety. Yun yung reason bakit gusto niya sanang kumuha ng property. So, no urban decay. So, of course, the infrastructure na na-share kanina sa inyo. And of course, you'll get to enjoy the mixed capital appreciation in terms of rental, in terms of passive income, and future resale. All you need to do is take advantage of what we are offering right now. Kasi hindi naman kami po basta nagbebenta lang. We really just wanted to help you, which is somehow very much suitable. Depende po sa kung anong gusto ninyong payment term. Depende po kung saan yung location na gusto ninyo. And kung sa tingin nyo right now, that investment or that property would be the best fit, wag na po natin siyang patagalin. Yun po ang share ko sana sa inyo. So get in touch, of course, with our property sales consultants. And all you need to do is give the initial requirements. Very friendly ang initial requirements natin. It's just an identification and the 50% of reservation, so either 25,000 or 50,000. And of course, we could guide you for the reservation and virtual online payment. And you could have an access to all dwelling video presentations from your property sales consultants to know more about the unit inclusions. Kasi per project, iba-iba po yung inclusions nun. Ang dadalhin nyo na lang talaga sa unit would be the movable items. So that would be all. Thank you. If you have questions, please feel free to ask po. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nova, for that wonderful presentation. If you have any questions, please use the chat box so that we can answer you.
Yes. For our valued client, please don't leave yet. We have a surprise for you. I think wala na silang tanong, no? You can ask your respective property specialist if you like to know more about our projects, the details presentation of the project.